Before I end, Mr. Speaker, once again, let me stress, for Chairman Barbers and myself, we are not running anymore in this forthcoming election. Ano po ang para sa amin? This is all about for the love of country, to protect the future generations. Kaya po, ang panawagan, tuloy ang Quadcom, tuloy ang laban. Maraming salamat po.
Enzo Recto, kalaban ang katiwalian at kasinungalingan, kakampi sa katotohanan at kabutihan.
The Honorable Dan Fernandez is recognized to deliver his sponsorship speech.
Thank you so much, Mr. Speaker. Maraming po salamat at don't worry, maikli lang po to, hindi katulad nung kay Chairman Abante na napakahaba at napaka-emotional. Mr. Speaker, distinguished colleagues and guests in the plenary hall, magandang hapon po sa ating lahat. It is my honor to present, together with my co-chairs of the Joint Committee comprising the Committee, Dangerous Drugs, Public Order and Safety, Human Rights and Public Accounts, also known as the Quadcom. This progress report outlining the facts established, evidence gathered, actions taken, and recommendations for remedial legislation concerning extrajudicial killings, illegal Philippine offshore gaming operators, and anomalous transactions involving local government units in connection with these unlawful activities. To date, the Joint Committee has conducted 13 public hearings and has obtained numerous testimonies of witnesses and documentary evidence in the course of its inquiry. Mr. Speaker, the Joint Committee has identified compelling evidence that necessitates prompt and decisive legal action by the appropriate government agencies, as well as urgent legislative intervention to enact laws and policies that will effectively address these critical issues. With respect to POGOs, the Joint Committee found a discernible pattern regarding their creation and operation. It starts with foreign nationals using fake documents to acquire Filipino identities, followed by land acquisition to establish POGO facilities. The construction of several buildings worth billions of pesos, the execution of lease agreements between two corporations with interlocking ownerships, followed by the application for POGO license with the Philippine Amusement and Gaming Corporation. This was also established that criminal syndicates composed of Chinese nationals pretending to be Filipino citizens operate within the country and are responsible for various criminal activities facilitated through POGOs, including human trafficking, internet scams, and money laundering. Some of these Chinese nationals have links to the drug trade. These POGO companies include Hongsheng Gaming Technology in the Baofu compound in Bamban, where facilitated by Go Huaping, also known as the former Bamban Mayor Alice Guo. Lucky South 99, situated in the Whirlwind Corporation, leased property in Porac, Pampanga, identified with Catherine Cassandra Leong and Attorney Herminio Harry Roque Jr. At kasama rin po dito si Sean Wei Technology owned by Alan Lim, also known as Wei Xiong Lim, together with his wife, Rose Nono Lin. The findings of the Joint Committee have led to the filing of cases against Guo Huaping, Catherine Cassandra Leong, and Attorney Harry Roque, and several other Chinese and Filipino incorporators of POGO companies for qualified human trafficking. Money laundering cases have also been lodged against them. Aside from Guo, Ong, and Roque, the Joint Committee recommends that criminal investigations be commenced to look into the involvement of other key personalities such as Hong Ming Yang, also known as Michael Yang, his elder brother Yang Jianxin, also known as Tony Yang, and spouses Alan Lim and Rose Nonolin into illegal POGO activities. As a result of the joint hearings, the Anti-Money Laundering Council was directed to apply with the court for the issuance of a freeze order covering the assets related to the unlawful activities of Lucky South 99, Whirlwind Corporation, and Bian Cham Holdings. Furthermore, as a result of the findings into the illegal activities of POGOs, this representation and fellow members of the Joint Committee filed House Bill number 10987 or the proposed Anti-Offshore Gaming Operations Act. The bill seeks to establish ironclad provisions against the resurgence of POGOs in the country and repeals 2 laws related to the offshore gaming. Executive Order number 13 issued by former President Duterte and Republic Act number 11590 or the law taxing POGOs. In relation to POGOs, we filed more significant pieces of legislation. House Bill number 11043, which seeks to provide for a civil forfeiture in favor of the state of any unlawfully acquired real estate properties by any foreign national. And a third measure, House Bill number 11117, which seeks to provide for the administrative cancellation of birth certificates fraudulently registered by foreign nationals. The Joint Committee has recommended several other remedial legislations, including the following: Amendment to Republic Act number 9487, further amending Presidential Decree number 1869, otherwise known as the Charter of the Philippine Amusement and Gaming Corporation, so that PAGCOR shall have the exclusive authority to authorize, license, and regulate games of chance. Number 2, Amendment to Republic Act number 10175 or the Cybercrime Prevention Act of 2012 to expand the definition of service providers, widen the scope of offenses, and strengthen the Cybercrime Investigation and Coordinating Center. Number 3, Amendment to Republic Act number 10591 or the Comprehensive Firearms and Ammunition Regulation Act to provide stiffer penalties for the illegal transfer or registration of firearms. Number 4, amendments to Republic Act number 11055 or the Philippine Identification System Act to impose stiffer penalties for the willful falsification or sale of fake PLC's IDs. Number 5, amendment to Republic Act number 11934 or the Subscriber Identity Module Registration Act to limit the number of blank SIM cards that are sold to resellers or to require the pre-activation of SIM cards that are sold in bulk quantities. And lastly, amendment to the Charter of the PBDEC Industrial Authority to empower the corporation to fully exercise its visitorial and inspection powers over all locators and service providers operating inside the industrial state located in the municipalities of Tagoloan and Villanueva in Misamis Oriental. Mr. Speaker, beyond these legislative initiatives, beyond the possible filing of cases, I wish to highlight the suffering and abuse that many trafficking victims have endured at the hands of these evil POGO operators. The trauma, their deaths can never be rectified by laws alone. We must fight to ensure that they obtain justice and are afforded counseling and rehabilitation. Let us not leave them by the wayside. Ang karumal-dumal na gawain na kapaloob sa operasyon ng POGO ay isang bagay na hindi maitatago ng mga taong nakinabang sa operasyon na ito politiko, negosyante, mga banyaga at marami pang iba. Itago man, pilit man, ay kusa namang ilalabas ng tadhana ang katotohanan kung ano ang dilim sa likod ng operasyon ng sugal na ito na sumisira sa kaayusan at imahe ng ating bansa. Ang mga buhay na mapabanyaga man o lokal nating kababayan na kinuha ang kanilang buhay ng mga mapag-abusong tagapamahala ng mga pogo ay ibinubulid na ang kaluluwa sa impyerno. Direct and indirect participation in the operation of pogo must pay the price. Di po pwede nakalimutan na natin ang nakaraan at mag-move forward na tayo. We hope that the Executive Department, Mr. Speaker, through our President, Ferdinand Bongbong Marcos, will give justice to the families of the innocent people who are all victimized by these greedy crooks whose sole objective was to enrich themselves with pogo money. Tapos na po ang mapag-abuso na kalakaran sa operasyon ng pogo. We are in the process of cleaning and wiping out the remnants of a bad memory that will linger in the minds of our people. We must strive to bring back to our country the respect that was lost due to the legalization of the pogo operations, and tell the whole world that this tiny nation that is living in peace and harmony has fought and won against the corruption, the atrocities, and the evilness of pogo. Finally, Mr. Speaker, we offer this progress report to our countrymen, many of whom have tirelessly followed our hearings and have placed their trust in the Quadcom. Taus-puso po ang aming pasasalamat sa inyong walang sawang pagsubaybay, sa inyong buong suporta at tiwala. We stand with you in the pursuit of truth and justice. Maraming salamat po.
Thank you very much. Majority Leader.
Mr. Speaker, I move to recognize Representative Joseph Stephen Carapzas Paduano, Chairperson of the Committee on Public Accounts, to deliver his sponsorship speech.
Representative Paduano is recognized to deliver his sponsorship speech.
Mr. Speaker, at the outset, I would like to express my gratitude to the leadership for allowing me to be a part of this endeavor, which I believe will greatly contribute to the nation. It is truly a great privilege to serve the country. The Joint Committee has conducted 13 public hearings and has obtained numerous testimonies of witnesses and documentary evidence in the course of its inquiry. After a thorough review of the pertinent information within each possession, the Joint Committee has identified compelling evidence that necessitates prompt and decisive legal action. On the part of the Committee on Public Accounts, this began with this investigation into the anomalous property transactions in Mexico, Pampanga, particularly those involving former Mayor Teddy Tumang and his assistant, Mr. Roy Gomez. It is now still at large because of the contempt order coming from my committee. The name of a certain Eddie Tayang surfaced, who sold land to the municipality of Mexico, Pampanga, at artificially inflated prices. In collusion with the local officials, Mr. Yang purchased agricultural land, then had it reclassified as commercial, industrial, to increase its value despite lacking the necessary legal requirements. To give you an idea, Mr. Speaker, The parcel measures 10,000 square meters as the lot was classified as agricultural. At the time Mr. Yang acquisition, each price per square meter was approximately 300 pesos, consistent with the prevailing rates for agricultural land in the area. With the lot reclassified as industrial, Mr. Yang sold it to the municipality for 29,500,000 pesos or 2,700 pesos per square meter. This is why we investigated this issue and discovered that it has long been a modus operandi within agricultural lands are classified without following the proper process. In our investigation, Mr. Speaker, we summoned Mr. Tayang, and he claimed to be a legitimate businessman and a natural-born Filipino. However, when we asked him for documents, he was unable to provide any documents and eventually stopped attending the hearings. With the assistance of various government agencies, we later discovered that Mr. Yang held a Chinese passport under the name Jia Jingyang. This is where a suspicion began that there are Chinese nationals who falsified their citizenship in order to purchase land and establish businesses in the Philippines. Eventually, we proved that we are not mistaken. The Committee on Public Accounts investigation into Mr. Teddy Yang, Mr. Roy Gomez, and the former Mayor Teddy Tumang uncovered a network of illicit activities that pose a significant threat to our national security and economy. Additional investigation have linked Mr. Yang to Mr. Willie Ong, a suspected drug trafficker. In 2023, a warehouse located in Mexico, Pampanga was raided, resulting in the seizure of approximately 3.6 billion worth of shabu. This warehouse belongs to Empire 999, and the land where the drug warehouse was constructed was previously owned by the Tumang family. Records from the Land Registration Authority reveal that Ong, Tayang, and Empire 999 have acquired at least 320 land holdings across the country in violation of the constitutional limitation on land ownership. Mr. Speaker, former Mayor Teddy Tumang admitted meeting with Mr. Tayang several times and even went to China together for a business trip. Mayor Tumang likewise admitted knowing personally suspected drug lord Kai Kiming aka Willie Ong. Relevantly, the Anti-Money Laundering Council confirmed that Willie Ong and Mayor Teddy Tumang, through his company, the Morning Sun Industries, have conducted financial transactions with each other. Mr. Speaker, this is just the tip of the iceberg. As we have received numerous reports of similar cases happening across the country, the tactic involves falsifying Filipino citizenship to purchase land and establish businesses with these individuals, holding influence over certain local politicians who have sold their integrity to these illegal Chinese nationals. Because of the aforementioned findings, the Joint Committee came up with several remedial legislation to address the issues, and namely House Bill number 11043 and House Bill 11117, as mentioned by Chairman Ace Barbers. These bills are vital in addressing the growing threat posed by influx of foreign nationals involved in illegal activities, including those connected to the POGO industry and other forms of corruption. Through these legislative measures, we intend to strengthen our national security, uphold the integrity of our citizenship laws, and protect the Filipino people and our land from unlawful foreign influence. In conclusion, Mr. Speaker, I urge the members of this esteemed body to fully support these measures, and as they offer essential steps toward securing our national sovereignty, protecting our land resources, and ensuring the integrity of our citizenship laws. By enacting these measures, we take a strong stand against the exploitation of our systems by foreign nationals and criminals, and we create lasting solutions to safeguard the interests of the Filipino people. Let us work together to protect our sovereignty, uphold justice, and strengthen the rule of law for the benefit of the future generations. Before I end, Mr. Speaker, once again, let me stress, for Chairman Barbers and myself, we are not running anymore in this forthcoming election. Ano po ang para sa amin? This is all about for the love of country, to protect the future generations. Kaya po, ang panawagan, tuloy ang Quadcom, tuloy ang laban. Maraming salamat po.
Bunyog, bunyog, halikan na kasama ka. Bunyog, kapag buklod ay may pag-asa. Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao, isa ang pananaw. Sa bagong Pilipinas ang bunyog isisigaw. Bunyog.